Welcome back to the Bartlett administration. The cast and crew of The West Wing reunited to celebrate the show's 25th anniversary at the White House, where First Lady Jill Biden paid tribute to the acclaimed, Emmy-winning political drama. "We just came from the Oval," Dr. Biden said. But even though Joe Biden is away hosting leaders of Australia and India and Japan and Delaware, he wanted to make sure that President Bartlett and his staff had a chance to see the Oval Office again. Among those in attendance were Martin Sheen, who played President Josiah Bartlett and gave a brief, fiery speech after Dr. Biden's; Richard Schiff, who portrayed communications director Toby Ziegler; Dule Hill, who acted as Bartlett's body man; Charlie Young; Janelle Maloney, who played senior assistant Donna Moss; Alyssa Fitzgerald, the actor behind Carol Fitzpatrick; Mary McCormick, who played Kate Harper; Emily Proctor, who played Ainsley Hayes; the show's executive producer, Tommy Schlamm; and series creator Aaron Sorkin. The showrunner, who later won an Oscar for penning The Social Network, praised President Biden's withdrawal from the 2024 presidential race in a speech. "Over the years, I've noticed that during times of peak political tension, pundits will warn us not to expect a West Wing moment," Sorkin said. "They mean not to expect a selfless act of statesmanship, not to expect anyone to put country first. Don't expect anyone to swing for the fences or reach for the stars. But the fact is, West Wing moments do happen. And Dr. Biden, we saw proof of that on the morning of July 21st. Elsewhere in his speech, Sorkin discussed his aims for the series when it premiered. "We had no political agenda," he said. "We were trying to do a good show every week. But the greatest delivery system ever invented for an idea is a story, and once in a while, we'll hear from someone who was inspired to go into public service because of our show. And that's something that 25 years ago, this week, none of us could have foreseen or even dared to hope for." After the event, Sorkin said he's now considering a revival of the series. "If I had an idea, sure," he told Variety. "I didn't think about it seriously, frankly, until today. We'll see what happens when I wake up tomorrow. But if you're asking me now, this is how I feel." The showrunner did admit that he felt inspired during the event. "I just got a couple of ideas for episodes just walking around the White House," Sorkin told the outlet. "Like, why didn't we ever do this? Why didn't we ever do that?" However, the screenwriter fears making new episodes that would seem too connected with real-world contemporary politics. The worry would be that everything we did on the show would be seen as a rebuttal to the world of Donald Trump. Sorkin also told Variety that he was reluctant to create a West Wing revival because he thought audiences might resist a different on-screen president. "I suspect that a new president would have a hard time living up to people's memories of Martin," he said. "But maybe enough time has gone by, and it's a whole new generation. A generation which, by the way, thanks to streaming, thinks we're making the show today